we're starting another one of our road trips. We're going to do the same trip that we did in the Leaf last year, where we drove to John O'Groats, but this time we're using a Tesla P85D. There's a couple of reasons behind it. One is that the test drives that you get from Tesla, they aren't really long enough to justify spending that amount of money on a car. And I mean, we're just normal people. We've got normal jobs. You know, we're not minted. But if somebody wants me to spend, how do we turn that off then? Let me just mute voice. There we go. If somebody wants us to spend that much money on a car, I've got to be able to justify it by being that we've used it and we want to make the right decision. The other thing is we want to do a little bit of a comparison and just see how easy it is. I mean, we've already done a couple of 100 miles in the car and got all the racing around out of our system. I mean, we've had to do a few test drives for people just to show them it, because not that many people have been in a Tesla, or not a lot of people have seen one, to be honest. And I'm sure there'll be a few more test drives on the way, but we're going to Strathy again, and we'll do the same thing as we did before with the charging. What we're doing now is we're going straight from our house to Manchester, where my mum lives, well, Cheshire, where my mum lives, and from there we'll be going, I don't know where we're going, we just make it up as we go along, you know.
We're heading north.
We're heading north, yeah. So we'll, yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
So we're charging at Warrington. We're at the Park Royal Hotel.
Yeah.
Park Royal Hotel.
Yeah.
And we've been here about 20 minutes so far. We've got 40 minutes left to get a full charge, but we've already got 172 miles now on the battery, so it's pretty quick. It's going at 227 miles per hour charging. And there's another Tesla next to us as well, so
and a Leaf next to that.
and a Leaf, yeah, on a little charger there. So it's a nice hotel, nice place to stop. Go and have some food if you wanted to. We just had a cup of tea. So yeah, after this we're heading up to
Abington.
Abington.
Abington or Abington, one of the two.
One of the two. Anyway, towards Scotland. But we're stopping off at your mum and dad's, aren't we, first, to do a bit of a test drive and let them have a go in it, because I think Fred, who is your stepdad, is wasn't very sure about electric cars, and then he drove our Leaf and absolutely loved it and ended up using it for a week while we were on holiday. So we think he might quite like this, so we'll give him a chance to have a little drive of it. So that's going to be where we end up next, so we will see you there.
How long has she been doing it?
13 years, did she say, James? Longer.
Was it her home before she turned it into a B&B?
I
Mum,
think so, yeah.
Mum,
Yeah.
stick your head on the headrest.
Why?
Just-
Why? Why am I sticking my head on
It's
the head?
faff. It is faff.
Don't.
No, I'm not going to go. I will not go
Don't.
over the speed limit. I promise you.
Because
Okay,
I don't
listen.
like not being
Listen.
in control.
I won't go over the speed limit. I promise you.
Right. When you get on here, Jamie, you need to get in the
Right,
second
ready?
lane.
Ready?
Oh, bloody hell! James!
It could have been worse. So we're on the M6, going north. We've left Manchester, we're heading towards Gretna Green, which we're hoping we should make into to use the next Tesla charger rather than an Ecotricity if we can, just because it's a bit faster, if I'm honest. So used to that, to be honest, because James is a bit more confident with it, but he's driven it a lot more than me so far, so hopefully I'll get a bit more confident as time goes on. But it's really good. It's really, really good, and without actually sort of feeling it for yourself, it's really hard to explain, but it's just very chilled. In fact, it's so chilled, it's possible that you may actually get a bit bored and you might just want to take over and drive yourself, so we'll see. And if not before, we'll see you at Gretna Green.
We are just going past Lancaster. We've just gone past Lancaster. We've got 97 miles on the range, 72 left to go to Gretna Green. The car's just been brilliant. Kate's been, well, I say Kate's been driving, I use that term loosely. Kate's been sitting in the driver's seat while the car drives. I mean, we must have done, what, 80 miles, and literally the only time she touches the steering wheel is when the car asks her to, or she wants to skip lanes. It's my job now to convince her that we should buy one, and this was the only way that I thought was actually possible for that to happen. But the test drive that you get from Tesla being only 20 minutes, maybe an hour if you're lucky, just isn't enough. So, however, Kate's got it for a week.
We're at Gretna Green Services, which I have to say isn't very nice. I had higher hopes for this place, but anyway, we're here charging on the Tesla chargers. So we had, what was it, 6% when we got here? Yeah, we did about 70 all the way there. It was 178 miles we just did. So pretty good time as well, actually.
Yeah, it did well. We didn't mess around. Like we said, just treating it like a normal car, and I would do 70 whatever I was driving. So I think 70 is quite adequate. We've probably mentioned this already, that we say we drove it, but actually we sat in it while the car drove us. is more a better description of the situation. But we're just charging. We've been here 25 minutes, I think. We've had a cup of tea, which is standard, and we are on, it's got 168 miles on it now. We're
going to head up the way we went last time, probably, because it's a nice route, although it's probably going to be dark, and at some point we will need to stop and sleep. And we do intend to sleep in the car. We've got a inflatable mattress, which is going to be blown up and stuck in the back. We've got a couple of pillows and some sleeping bags, so that's what we'll be doing, and then hopefully we'll see a bit of nice scenery tomorrow. We're charging at the Tesla charger now at Edinburgh Airport. So we just thought we'd stop, actually. We didn't need to. We had like 109 miles or something, and we were going to go up to Inverness? No, Kinross. We were going to go somewhere further. Anyway, and then we just thought, well, we may as well top up, because this is the last Tesla charger. Obviously they're a lot quicker, so we thought we may as well top up while we're here, and then any charging that we do thereafter, we only have to do literally do top-ups rather than a full charge tonight anyway, because we've been driving now for a long time and we're probably getting quite tired. So we'll see you wherever we next stop. We don't know where it's going to be yet, it'll be like a surprise.
But it will be somewhere.
But it will be somewhere. Just finished charging at the Pit Lockery Charge Your Car charger, and we're fully charged now. We've got 236 miles, and we were going to head up to Helmsdale because of the charger there, but we just looked and it says that it's offline, so I think we're going to head towards Strathy, which is where we're ending up, and I think there's a new charger over at is it Melvick? I think it's Melvick. So we're going to try and charge there hopefully. Yeah, so we've had a couple of hours sleep. We're both pretty shattered. A bit of broken sleep really when we're waiting for the car to charge. So I'm just going to follow where we're going. Bear with me. So we may stop at Inverness, we'll see. James is just catching up with some last minute sleep, so when he wakes up I'll speak to him then. That's probably where we're going to head actually, so we'll see you at Inverness. We just stopped at Helmsdale, had some breakfast. So we thought while we were there, some deer. While we were there, that we.
Oh yeah.
Stags.
You carry on talking. Let me just get a picture of that.
Just stopped to take a picture of some deer. But yeah, we thought while we were having our breakfast, we may as well just plug it in and charge it. And it said on the internet actually that the charger wasn't working at Helmsdale, but that was just the DC. So we plugged it in on the AC, and we got 20 kilowatts of charge. And yeah, so we've got about 130 miles now on the battery. We did have about 100 when we stopped. It's not a massive amount, but we didn't really need it. So we're heading up to towards Strathy now, and we've got another charger up near there, which actually was only open last, I think, since we last visited in October. And so yeah, it's in Melvick, so I think that's where we're going to head. So yeah, we'll see you there.
I can remember the good old days where you and me, we used to hide away, where the stars were shining or the sun was blinding our eyes. Yeah, you filled up my glass with promises that could never last, but I still find pieces of you in the back of my mind.
We're just leaving Sharvida Bed and Breakfast in Strathy. We've had a really nice 5 days to 4 nights. It's a really lovely B&B, and Patsy's amazing. We didn't get there she is. We didn't manage to get a selfie with Patsy.
No.
But she's really, really nice. Anyway, so we're heading home, and it's on the sat-nav thing, it's telling us it's going to take about 10 hours. I think. How many miles was it? About
Just over 600.
Just over 600 miles back home. So we've got 96% on the battery, which is, I don't know how many miles, but we charged up last night to full. So we're hoping we're going to manage to get to about Pitlochry, around about there.
Yeah, should be okay. There's loads of charges on the way anyway. There's one at Helmsdale, one at Inverness, Avonmore, Pitlochry.
Yeah.
So we're Melvick, so we're okay for chargers. And
then the first supercharger's down at Abington, so when we get there, that'll be much easier because it's obviously a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So that's where we're heading, and
if anybody wants to come here.
It's beautiful.
It's that place there. It's amazing.
It is. So
let's get going.
We'll see you at the next service station, probably Pitlochry or Avonmore. So
Pitlochry, yeah.
See you later.
So lately, been wondering who will be there to take my place when I'm gone. You need love to light the shadows on your face. If a great wave shall fall, it'll fall upon us all. And between.
Hello, we've just gone past Helmsdale, which is where we'd normally stop. We had to stop there last year when we had the Leaf. We stopped there on the way up actually, just to top up, didn't we? But
got some breakfast, didn't we?
We got some breakfast. But we've just driven through Helmsdale. We don't need to stop because we've still got 184 miles left on the battery, which is really nice. It's just nice not having to do stop.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're now heading to Aviemore, which is 93 miles, so we don't necessarily have to stop there, to be honest, but we perhaps will, because there's lots of places to eat and get drinks and stuff. So yeah, so it's 93 miles, about 1 hour 40 minutes, so we'll see you there.
Girlfriends and 5 messy breakups, 27 birthdays, 27 New Years, 30,000 quid just so I can have a few beers. Everyone new fears, don't know where I'm going, but I never know.
There's a seagull. Degrees. He's a funny looking child. Mind you, he looks just like his dad. We're in Aviemore. We decided to stop here in the end. We actually have got enough miles to carry on, but
We need to swap. My legs are getting sore.
we need to swap drivers, and this is a nice place to stop, Aviemore, because it's got loads of places to eat and drink. So we're just going to stick it on charge. We've done, how many miles have we done, James?
150.
Done 150 miles so far since we left Strathy. We've got 84 miles left on the battery. So we've got, I think it's 111 miles to do to get to Abington, which is where the first Tesla supercharger is.
No, the first one's in Edinburgh. The nearest one, but
okay.
it's not really on the route we're going to, so
So we're going down to Abington after here,
yeah.
and we'll charge up there, which will be nice and quick, which is good. So that's the plan. Have you anything you want to say?
I love this car. I want one. That is all.
Good.
Hello. We've just left Aviemore, and we're now heading to Abington, 114 miles away. Charged for about 35-40 minutes. It was going to be a little bit quicker than that, but we ended up talking to some guy who wanted to talk about the car, as you do. That's always been a common thing with electric cars, but especially with this one, people point at it and stare, and most people have never seen one. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So we'll see you at Abington. Just driving past Pit Lockery, which is somewhere else we'd normally stop, but we're not, because we still have 115 miles of range on the car and only 66 to go to Abington. So big thumbs up for the Tesla. We're in Abington. We're on the supercharger. We got here with about 10% left on the battery. No real issues, 70 all the way. I'll say 70 all the way. Road works most of the way. A lot of 40s and 50-mile-an-hour limits, especially around Glasgow and the A9. But supercharging now. The car is making a bit of a racket. The fans are going, but it's a hot day. It's 22 degrees.
It's a much better journey than the Leaf.
Yeah, it's been faultless still. It is really performing the way that it says it performs. And we've got another 200 odd miles to go to the next supercharger, which is Stoke-on-Trent. So we're going to charge it almost fully here, so it's telling us we're going to have to wait about an hour, but I'm hoping that comes down. It is charging at currently well, we've been here 15 minutes and it's got 144 miles on it. and it's still charging at 278 miles per hour, so it's still quite quick. I'd probably expect 45 minutes, but we shall see. We shall see.
We've just left Abington and we've charged it to about 85%. We've got 202 miles on the battery, and we're heading to Stoke-on-Trent, which is actually saying 205 miles.
Yeah, so we're probably going to run out.
So we're we'll probably end up stopping just for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes somewhere else just to top us up, perhaps.
Well, because we've got the CHAdeMO adapter, we can just stop for 10 minutes if need be at one of the Ecotricity. Because we've got the CHAdeMO adapter, we can stop at the Ecotricity chargers, and there's one at about every services, so about every 10 miles. So we'll be well into England by the time we need to stop anyway. So
yeah, it's been a long old drive, so we're looking forward to being back in England. Looking forward to being back home.
So far, 1,520 miles. There's actually another 140 miles to go on that, but yeah, 1,500 miles. So it's done well.
It has done well. So we'll see you somewhere, if not Stoke-on-Trent, somewhere before. We're now on our way home. We've just done our final charge for today at Stoke-on-Trent. We charged it to, well, we've got 166 miles now. What did we charge it to?
About 70%, I think.
About 70, so it's enough for us to get home tonight to Hinkley, and then for us to get to Northampton in the morning on the way back down to Gatwick. So that is the plan. We're tired. We've been driving since about 10:30 this morning, 10, half 10.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, so we're ready for our beds. So we will probably see you tomorrow morning, and hopefully we will look slightly better, potentially. Who knows?
52 miles to go.
52 miles to go, and we'll be home.
Hello. We just charged at Northampton supercharger. We're there for about 25 minutes. It topped us up to 162 miles, and then it just told you that we had enough energy to complete the journey. So cruise control is set at 75. It's hands-free, and we're going down the M1. And hopefully I won't be doing any more driving between here and Gatwick, which will be nice. So, see you there. I've set the cruise control at 85 miles an hour, and the car is drawing 336 watt hours per mile. That to me is near impossible. I don't understand how it's doing that. It literally is drawing 20 kilowatt hours. It's gone up a little bit now because we've just gone onto a slight climb, but that is still just 3 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm waffling, aren't I? Still 3 miles per kilowatt hour, which I think is amazing. It's so efficient at 85 miles an hour. That's ridiculous. I don't know how the car can physically were doing 85 miles an hour, we'd be drawing lots.
We've run out of battery by the end of there.
Yeah. Still hands-free as well, by the way. 85 miles an hour, autopilot on. It's absolutely fantastic. And that is the reason we're having one of these cars. Apart from the fact he's lightning quick. And it's got loads of storage space.
Anything else?
It's really smooth. It's got a lovely panoramic roof.
And?
The stereo's amazing.
Good.
The climate control doesn't do anything to the range like it does in the Leaf. It's just, I haven't touched the steering wheel for 30 miles except for where it says hold steering wheel and change lanes. So that's it. It's absolutely fantastic. Anyway.